Good evening, and welcome to another night of Ts&Zzz. Ts&Zzz is a podcast to help you get better sleep at night. We use long, boring, legal text as a way to distract our minds and gently drift off to sleep. I am your host, Scott Elchison, and tonight you'll be listening to Overcast.fm, Terms of Use and Privacy Policy. Last updated on July 24th, 2019. Narrated by Scott Elchison. Close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale, and let's begin. Terms of Use. This site and the mobile applications and services available in connection with this site and mobile application, the app, are made available to you by Overcast Radio, LLC, Overcast, we, subject to these terms of service, including those set forth in the privacy policy, the terms. By accessing, using, or downloading any of the materials from the app, you agree to follow and be bound by the terms, which may be updated by us from time to time without notice to you. You can review the most current version of the terms at any time here. We and the third-party providers may make improvements and/or changes in the products, services, mobile applications, features, programs, and prices described in this app at any time without notice to you. Certain provisions of the terms may be supplemented or superseded by expressly designated legal notices or terms located on particular pages at this app. The app is not intended for and is not designed to attract children under 13 years of age. If you do not agree with the terms, please do not use this app. By continuing to use the app, you are indicating your agreement to these terms and all revisions thereof. We reserve the right at any time and from time to modify or discontinue temporarily or permanently the app or any portion thereof with or without notice. You agree that we shall not be liable to you or to any third party for any modification, suspension, or discontinuation of the app or any portion thereof. Account registration. Some functionality requires you to complete an account registration form. You agree that we may use your user data to provide services on the app, and you represent that you are legal age to form a binding contract and you are not a person barred from receiving services under the laws of any applicable jurisdiction. We have the right to suspend or terminate your account and refuse any and all current or future use of the app at any time. Subscription payments, renewals, and cancellation. If you choose to buy an Overcast Premium subscription, payment will be charged to your Apple ID account at the confirmation of purchase. The subscription automatically renews unless it is canceled at least 24 hours before the end of the current period. Your account will be charged for renewal within 24 hours prior to the end of the current period. You can manage and cancel your subscriptions by going to your account settings on the App Store after purchase. All purchases are final. Overcast cannot issue refunds for purchases charged to your Apple ID. User conduct. You are solely responsible for maintaining the confidentiality of the password associated with your account and for restricting access to your password and to your computer while logged into the app. You accept responsibility for all activities that occur under your account or from your computer. We endeavored to use responsible security measures to protect against unauthorized access to your account. We cannot, however, guarantee absolute security of your account, your content, or the personal information you provide. We cannot promise that our security measures will prevent third-party hackers from illegally accessing the app or its contents. You accept all risks of unauthorized access to our user data and any information you provide us. You understand that all information, data, text, software, sound, photographs, graphics, video, messages, tags, or other materials, content, whether publicly posted or privately transmitted, available in connection with the app, are the sole responsibility of the person from whom such content originated. We do not control or monitor the content made available in the app by others and do not guarantee the accuracy, integrity, or quality of such content. You understand that by using the app, you may be exposed to content that is offensive, indecent, or objectionable. Under no circumstances will we be liable in any way for the content, including but not limited to any errors or omissions in the content, or any loss or damage of any kind incurred as a result of the use of any content posted, emailed, transmitted, or otherwise made available on the app. You agree not to use the app to A. Upload, post, email, transmit, or otherwise make available any content that is unlawful, harmful, threatening, abusive, harassing, tortious, defamatory, vulgar, obscene, libelous, invasive of another's privacy, hateful, or racially, ethnically, or otherwise objectionable. B. Harm minors in any way. C. Impersonate any person or entity, including but not limited to an Overcast official, or falsely state or otherwise misrepresent your affiliation with a person or entity. D. Upload, post, email, transmit, or otherwise make available any content that you do not have a right to make available under any law or under contractual or fiduciary relationships. E. Upload, post, email, transmit, or otherwise make available any content that infringes any patent, trademark, trade secret, copyright, or other proprietary rights of any party. F. Upload, post, email, transmit, or otherwise make available any unsolicited or unauthorized advertising, promotional materials, junk mail, spam, chain letters, pyramid schemes, or any other form of solicitation. G. Upload, post, email, transmit, or otherwise make available any material that contains software viruses or any other computer code, files or programs designed to interrupt, destroy, or limit the functionality of any computer software or hardware or telecommunications equipment. H. Interfere with or disrupt the app or servers or networks connected to the app, or disobey any requirements, procedures, policies, or regulations of networks connected to the app, and or I. Intentionally or unintentionally violate any applicable local, state, national, or international law. You specifically agree not to access or attempt to access the app or the content through any automated means, including the use of any script, web crawler, robot, spider, or scraper, and that you will not forge or manipulate identifiers in order to disguise the origin of any access or attempted access to the app. You acknowledge that we may or may not pre-screen or monitor content, but that we and our designees shall have the right and not the obligation, in their sole discretion, to pre-screen, monitor, refuse, or remove any content that is available via the app. Without limiting the foregoing, we and our designees shall have the right to remove any content that violates the terms or is otherwise objectionable. You agree that you must evaluate and bear all risks associated with the use of any content available in connection with the app, including any reliance on the accuracy, completeness, or usefulness of such content. You acknowledge, consent, and agree that we may access, preserve, and disclose your user data, payment method information, and other content if required to do so by law or in good faith belief that such access, preservation, or disclosure is reasonably necessary to A. Comply with legal process, B. Enforce the terms, C. Respond to claims that any content violates the rights of third parties, D. Respond to your requests for customer service, or E. Protect the rights and property or personal safety of us, its users, and the public. Subject to the foregoing, we will use reasonable efforts to maintain the confidentiality of your user data and payment information. The app is for your personal and non-commercial use. You may not modify, copy, distribute, transmit, display, perform, reproduce, publish, license, create derivative works from, transfer or sell for any commercial purposes any portion of the app, use of the app, or access to the app. Electronic communications. The app may provide you with the ability to send emails or other communications to third-party service providers, advertisers, other users, and/or us. You agree to use communication methods available on the app only to send communications and materials related to the subject matter for which we provide the communication method, and you further agree that all such communications by you shall be deemed your content and shall be subject to and governed by the terms. By using any of the communications method available on the app, you acknowledge and agree that A, all communication methods constitute public and not private means of communication between you and the other party or parties. B, communications sent to or received from third-party service providers, advertisers, or other third parties are not to be endorsed, sponsored, or approved by us unless expressly stated otherwise by Overcast Radio, LLC. And C, communications are not pre-reviewed, post-reviewed, screened, archived, or otherwise monitored by us in any manner, though we may reserve the right to do so at any time at its sole discretion in accordance with the terms. You agree that all notices, disclosures, and other communications that we provide to you electronically shall satisfy any legal requirement that such communications be in writing. Proprietary rights. You acknowledge and agree that the app and the necessary software used in connection with the app, if any, contain proprietary and confidential information that is protected by applicable intellectual property and other laws, except as expressly permitted by applicable law or authorized by us or applicable third-party service providers or advertisers. You agree not to modify, rent, lease, loan, sell, distribute, or create derivative works based on the app, the software or content available on the app, other than content that you may submit, in whole or in part. We grant you a personal, non-transferable, and non-exclusive right and license to access and use the app, provided that you do not and do not allow any third party to copy, modify, create a derivative work from, reverse engineer, reverse assemble, or otherwise attempt to discover any source code, sell, assign, sublicense, grant a security interest in, or otherwise transfer any right in the app. You agree not to access the app by any means other than through the interface that is provided by us for use in accessing the app. The terms Overcast, Smart Speed, Voice Boost, and Forecast, the Overcast logo, and other Overcast Radio LLC logos and product and service names are the exclusive trademarks of and are owned by Overcast Radio LLC, and you may not use or display such trademarks in any manner without our prior written permission. Any third-party trademarks or service marks displayed on the app are the property of their respective owners. We reserve all rights not expressly granted hereunder. Disclaimers of warranties and liability. The information, software, products, services, and content available in the app are provided to you as is and without warranty. Overcast Radio LLC and its subsidiaries, affiliates, officers, employees, agents, partners, and licensors hereby disclaim all warranties with regard to such information, software, products, services, and content, including, without limitation, all implied warranties and conditions of merchantability, fitness for a particular purpose, title, and non-infringement. Overcast Radio LLC and its subsidiaries, affiliates, officers, employees, agents, partners, and licensors make no warranty that A, the service will meet your requirements, B, the service will be uninterrupted, timely, secure, or error-free, C, the results that may be obtained from the use of the service will be accurate or reliable, D, the quality of any products, services, information, or other materials purchased or obtained by you through the service will meet your expectations. And E, any errors in the app will be corrected. You expressly agree to release Overcast Radio LLC, its subsidiaries, affiliates, officers, agents, representatives, employees, partners, and licensors, the release parties, from any and all liability connected with your activities, and promise not to sue the released parties for any claims, actions, injuries, damages, or losses associated with your activities. You also agree that in no event shall the released parties be liable to you or any third party for any direct, indirect, punitive, incidental, special, or consequential damages arising out of or in any way connected with A, your use or misuse of the service, your use or misuse of the app, B, your dealings with third-party service providers or advertisers available through the app, C, any delay or inability to use the app experienced by you, D, any information, software, products, services, or content obtained through the app, whether based on contract, tort, strict liability, or otherwise, even if Overcast Radio LLC has been advised of the possibility of damages. Because some states and jurisdictions do not allow the exclusion or limitation of liability for consequential or incidental damages, the above limitation may not apply to you. Ad break. This episode is sponsored by Sunsoil. Sunsoil brings you full-spectrum, whole-plant CBD oil that is organically farmed, naturally extracted, lab-tested, and accessibly priced. I tested out the full-spectrum CBD oil soft gels. Each soft gel contains 20 milligrams of CBD, and the entire bottle contains 30 capsules. For me, I found the soft gels easy to use and were great for my lower back pain. Not only was Sunsoil good for my lower back pain, but they also give back. Sunsoil donates a percentage of sales via the 1% for the planet to environmental and community causes. Sunsoil makes CBD oil with simple, organic ingredients. Get 30% off your first order by going to sunsoil.com/bettersleep. That's sunsoil.com/bettersleep for 30% off your first order. sunsoil.com/bettersleep. End ad break. Indemnity. You agree to indemnify and hold us and our subsidiaries, affiliates, officers, agents, representatives, employees, partners, and licensors harmless from any claim or demand, including reasonable attorney fees made by any third party due to or arising out of content you submit, post, transmit, or otherwise seek to make available through the app, your use of the app, your connection to the app, your violation of the terms, or your violation of any rights of another person or entity. Termination. You agree that we may, under certain circumstances and without prior notice, immediately terminate your account and or access to the app. Cause for such termination shall include, but not be limited to, A, breaches or violations of the terms or other incorporated agreements or guidelines. B, request by law enforcement or other government agencies. C, a request by you, self-initiated account deletions. D, discontinuance or material modification to the app or any portion thereof. E, unexpected technical or security issues or problems. F, extended periods of inactivity and or G, non-payment of any fees owed to you in connection with the app. Termination of your account may include X, removal of access to all offerings within the app, Y, deletion of your information, files, and content associated with or inside your account, and Z, barring of further use of the app. Further, you agree that all terminations for cause shall be made in our sole discretion and that we shall not be liable to you or any third party for any termination of your account or access to the app. Applicable laws. This app is controlled by Overcast Radio, LLC, from its offices within the United States of America. We make no representations that the content in the app or the app are appropriate or available for use in other locations, and access to them from territories where their content or use is illegal is prohibited. Those who choose to access this app from locations outside the United States do so on their own initiative and are responsible for the compliance with applicable local laws. You may not use or export the content in violation of U.S. export laws and regulations. Any action related to the app, the content, or the terms shall be governed by the New York law and controlling U.S. federal law without regard to conflicts of laws thereof. You hereby consent and submit to the exclusive jurisdiction and venue in the state and federal courts located in Westchester County, New York, for any legal proceedings related to the app or the terms. If any party hereto brings any suit or action against another for relief, declaratory or otherwise, arising out of these terms, the prevailing party will have and recover against the other party, in addition to all court costs and disbursements, such sum as the court may adjudge to be reasonable attorney's fees. Except to the extent prohibited by applicable law, the parties agree that any claim or cause of action arising out of or related to the use of the app or the terms must be filled within 1 year after such claim or cause of action arose, or to be forever barred. Sections 9, 11, 12, 13, 15, and 16 shall survive termination of your account and/or the terms. General. You agree that no joint venture, partnership, employment, or agency relationship exists between you and Overcast Radio, LLC as a result of the terms or the use of the app. The terms constitute the entire agreement between you and Overcast Radio, LLC with respect to your use of the app. Failure of us to exercise or enforce any right or provision of these terms shall not constitute a waiver of such right or provision. If any provision of the terms is found by a court of competent jurisdiction to be invalid, the parties nevertheless agree that the court should endeavor to give effect to the parties' intentions as reflected in the provision, and the other provisions of the terms remain in full force and effect. You may not assign, delegate, or otherwise transfer your account or obligations under these terms without the prior written consent of us. We have the right, in its sole discretion, to transfer or assign all or any parts of its rights under these terms, and will have the right to delegate or use third-party contractors to fulfill its duties and obligations under these terms and in connection with the app. Our notice to you via email, regular mail, or notices or links in the app shall constitute acceptable notice to you under the terms. A printed version of the terms and any notice given in electronic form shall be admissible in a judicial or administrative proceedings based upon or relating to the terms to the same extent and subject to the same conditions as other business documents and records originally generated and maintained in printed form. Section titles and headings in the terms are for convenience only and have no legal or contractual effect. Any rights not expressly granted herein are reserved. Privacy policy. This privacy policy applies to all information collected or submitted on Overcast's website and our apps for iPhone and any other devices and platforms. Information we collect. New Overcast accounts are created anonymously without email addresses or passwords. You may optionally add an email address and a password to your account, or remove the email address and password from your account at any time in Overcast's app. Email addresses are only used for logging in, password resets, responding to emails that you initiate, and sending notifications that you request. We do not send promotional emails. We store information about your podcasts, episodes, and listening progress to sync this information between the website and your device. We also collect anonymous statistics about which podcasts are most popular to help inform our recommendation engine. Technical basics. If you enable notifications, we must store a token to send them. We never use notifications for marketing. If you upload files to Overcast, we need to store them until you delete them. If you subscribe to a password-protected podcast, we need to store the credentials you provide in order to keep it updated. We use cookies on the site and similar tokens in the app to keep you logged in. Our server software may also store basic technical information, such as your IP address in temporary memory or logs. Icloud. Overcast stores some of the data in Apple's Icloud service, such as login tokens for your accounts, to enable some sync features between all devices signed in to your Apple ID. Cloudflare. For performance and overload protection, we direct your traffic through Cloudflare before it reaches Overcast servers. They have access to some basic technical information to perform this role, such as your IP address. Cloudflare's privacy policy is here. Ads and analytics. Overcast's app collects aggregated anonymous statistics, such as the percentage of users who use a particular feature to improve the app. No personal data is used to target Overcast ads except the categories of podcasts that you subscribe to, such as technology or business. Each ad collects and shares with its advertiser only 3 numbers: total views, total taps, and total subscriptions from the ad. Information usage. We use the information we collect to operate and improve our website, apps, and customer support. We do not share personal information with outside parties except to the extent necessary to accomplish Overcast's functionality. We may share anonymous, aggregate statistics with outside parties, such as how many people listen to a particular podcast with Overcast. We may disclose your information in response to subpoenas, court orders, or other legal requirements to exercise our legal rights or defend against legal claims, to investigate, prevent, or take action regarding illegal activities, suspected fraud or abuse, violation of our policies, or to protect our rights and property. In the future, we may sell to, buy, merge with, or partner with other businesses. In such transactions, user information may be among the transferred assets. Security. We implement a variety of security measures to help keep your information secure. For instance, all communication with the app and website requires HTTPS with certificate pinning. Passwords are hashed, not stored, using industry standard methods, currently bcrypt. Accessing, changing, or deleting information. You may access or change your information or delete your account from the Overcast iOS app. Deleted information may be kept in backups for up to 90 days. Backups are encrypted and are only accessed if needed for disaster recovery. Overcast may delete your information at any time and for any reason, such as technical needs, legal concerns, abuse prevention, removal of idle accounts, data loss, or any other reason. Third-party links and content. Overcast displays links and content from third-party podcast feeds and sites and downloads podcast files directly from each podcast's third-party servers. These have their own independent privacy policies, and we have no responsibility or liability for their content or activities. California Online Privacy Protection Act compliance. We comply with the California Online Privacy Protection Act. We therefore will not distribute your personal information to outside parties without your consent. Children's Online Privacy Protection Act compliance. We never collect or maintain information at our website from those we actually know are under 13, and no part of our website is structured to attract anyone under 13. Information for European Union customers. By using Overcast and providing your information, you authorize us to collect, use, and store your information outside of the European Union. International transfers of information. Information may be processed, stored, and used outside the country in which you are located. Data privacy laws vary across jurisdictions, and different laws may be applicable to your data depending on where it is processed, stored, or used. Your consent. By using our site or apps, you consent to our privacy policy. Contacting us. If you have questions regarding this privacy policy, you may email privacy@overcast.fm. Please note that the account deletion should be done within the Overcast app, not via email requests for security reasons. Changes to this policy. If we decide to change our privacy policy, we will post changes on this page. Summary of changes so far. July 16th, 2014. First published. February 26th, 2016. Added Fabric crash reporting and analytics. September 6th, 2016. Added premium subscription and ads. Reorganized analytics. February 20th, 2017. Remove third-party analytics and ads and other minor edits. February 28th, 2017. Added EU and international transfer sections. March 13th, 2018. Added password-protected podcast support. March 16th, 2018. Edited various sections for clarity and brevity. December 28th, 2018. Added Cloudflare information. June 18th, 2019. Added provisions for Overcast to delete information. July 24th, 2019. Added Icloud, revised email, removed Twitter integration. End. Overcast. Terms of Use and Privacy Policy. Enjoy your night.